Live from the New York Stock Exchange, you're watching Financial Buzz Weekly. I'm Elena Bay. And here's a review of this week's market news. Markets were closed on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. On Tuesday, after switching direction multiple times during the session, U.S. stocks managed to finish higher in the final hour of trading. A late rise in technology and airline shares gave the markets a lift, but the price of WTI crude oil fell as much as 5%. In addition, the market is still digesting the impact of last week's currency action set off by the Swiss National Bank. The IMF cut its outlook for global economic growth for 2015 and 2016, projecting growth of 3.5% this year and 3.7% for next. The National Association for Home Builders reported solid conditions with the housing market index at 57 in January. On Wednesday, stocks continued to rise on Wall Street. The biggest story on Wednesday came from Canada, where the Bank of Canada slashed the main overnight interest rate to 0.75% and move that sent Canadian stocks higher and the Canadian dollar weaker. In the housing market, we got some good news as housing starts climbed 4.4%. Housing activity picked up in December, and this time strength was in the single-family component. Markets staged a huge rally on Thursday after the European Central Bank announced it would start a much-anticipated quantitative easing program to stave off deflation in the Eurozone. The ECB said on Thursday that starting in March, it will purchase $70 billion of bonds per month until September 2016. Earnings season is kicking into high gear. Companies like Southwest Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Health, and Union Pacific all posted upbeat earnings reports. But Johnson & Johnson, Morgan Stanley, and IBM were among the others that didn't perform so well. Next week, we'll get one of the most watched reports on Wall Street from Apple. On Friday, U.S. stocks opened mostly lower as investors considered economic data, earnings, and energy costs. Now let's take a look at some company highlights. Netflix surged 17% on Wednesday thanks to a strong earnings report. The company posted more than $83 million in profit, with a big jump in overseas customers, adding more than 2.4 million new users, a roughly 40% increase. Netflix will kick off its next global expansion by moving into Australia and New Zealand towards the end of this quarter. BlackBerry and Samsung have already denied reports that the two are talking about a possible merger. But the rumors just won't die. Once again, BlackBerry stock was up sharply on Thursday over a new report suggesting Samsung really wants to do a deal. BlackBerry and Samsung both shot down rumors last week that Samsung was still interested in buying BlackBerry. But it looks like investors are ignoring those denials. Airlines are saving a lot on fuel these days. Southwest Airlines just had record profits in 2014 thanks to plunging oil prices. While Southwest is flying high in stock market gains, other airlines are bouncing as well. Delta surged on Tuesday when it reported strong earnings and said the company expects to save $2 billion on fuel in 2015. But the savings are unlikely to translate into cheaper flights for customers as airfares stay high. Thanks for watching Financial Buzz Weekly. I'm Elena Bay, and we'll see you again next week.